Does the compliance report confuse you? Are you wondering how you received a warning status when the majority of your statuses are passes? The Encompass Compliance Service Mavent report can be overwhelming to interpret, so I'm here to help you out today. Let's start at the top. The top of the report displays the lender name, the loan ID, and the borrower name. The loan ID is important to note as it is a unique identifier and allows Ellie Mae's support department to troubleshoot issues. To the right is the overall review status, the review date, and the state of the subject property. The loan status appears under each review. Directly below it is the request summary. Think of this as a transaction snapshot. You'll see data such as the borrower's name, property address, lien position, and occupancy type. You can receive one of 9 different statuses: an error, an indicator of missing or incongruent data, a fail, which equals a compliance exception, an alert, the loan is classified as a special loan type, an HPML for example, a warning, it can be informational or it can indicate possible corrective action, and of course a pass, which means no exceptions have been identified. You can also receive a status of not requested, meaning the service is not set up to run or conditions are not met in the settings wizard. Not processed, meaning the transaction is not applicable. For example, high cost doesn't apply to investment property types. We also have not applicable lowercase, usually pertaining to ATR QM transactions, or not applicable starred, a review that is not applicable based on specific details. If all reviews receive a pass, then the overall status will be a pass. However, if you received a fail or warning or an alert or an error in at least one of the reviews, then the overall status is the most conservative. Now, let's focus on each review and the result statuses. The first review is for ATR QM. Is your loan compliant with ability to repay? General QM, FH8 QM? Is it eligible for safe harbor, or does it fall into the rebuttable presumption category? Users will have to indicate the ATR and QM types to test for on the ATR QM eligibility tab, and the admin will set up the default types in the settings wizard. Next is our latest and greatest, the TILA RESPA review. The compliance service provides the recalculation and verification of various disclosures that are required in the new LE and CD forms. This review tracks disclosure delivery to ensure timing requirements are met. This includes APR tolerances, the projected payments table, loan calculations, and product description. The next review is high cost. The compliance service calculates the high cost thresholds as defined by federal HOPA and applicable state and local jurisdictions to determine if a loan is considered high cost. It tests the APR and the points and fees. Then we have our higher priced review. These are commonly known as HPML loans. It is important to determine if your company closes these types of transactions. This review checks for the 1.5% thresholds for first liens and 3.5% for seconds. If the compliance service classifies the loan as an HPML, it will perform an analysis of the prepayment penalty, ability to repay, and escrow accounts if applicable, and determine whether there are prohibited practices. Next is the state rules. This is a comprehensive state consumer credit law review. It is precise to the jurisdiction of the subject property address by utilizing our geocoder. State consumer credit law is applied in accordance with your lending authority, your lender profile, and any custom client positions. Boy, this is a lot of information. Let's take a quick course strengthening break. Now we have the license reviewer. This review verifies licensing requirements and licensee activity. Next is the NMLS reviewer. This review compares an individual loan originator's information and associated employer against data received from the NMLS B2B access by looking at the LO and company details on page 3 of the 1003. The GSE review is Fannie and Freddie's 5% fees tests and includes the updated rules effective for applications dated January 10th, 2014 or later. Next, we have the Enterprise Review. This review evaluates FHA and VA loans for rules specific to those loan types. Here is also housed the results for the HMDA rate spread and any report customization. Moving on to the HMDA Review. This is designed to assist you with your HMDA reporting. It takes a look at the HMDA data you provide on the HMDA information screen and alerts you to the FFIEC validity and quality edits. Now we're on to the OFAC. This review resulted from the Patriot Act in response to 9/11. It compares all borrowers' names against lists identified in the Patriot Act. In addition, it will do a Social Security validity check against the Death Master File list. Last but not least is the Other category. When an error status is rendered, this review shows the results of various agents, including perform mortgage calculations, geocoding agent, and the index review. It's also date timestamp down to the second to assist with chronological report activity. We are confident that you will now be able to read your compliance reports and make the changes necessary to ensure you are closing compliant and quality loans. Happy reporting!